What's happening, gang? So tonight I want to put a new edge on my LUDT. This is one I got recently in Merlot handle colors. It's a deep red wine. It's almost got a purplish hue to it. The blade itself has the apocalyptic finish, which is basically just an acid stonewash. M390 blade steel. I want to retest my Bernal Cutlery double-sided stone, but to get this edge going first, I'm going to use my 240 Gritomatic silicon carbide stone. That way I can get the initial bevel set and then switch to the Bernal Cutlery stone. This shouldn't take very long. The steel is fairly thin, and this silicon carbide seems to really like M390. It eats through it fairly quick. Cut the existing edge off, which, by the way, I will roll in a microscope shot of this existing edge. Now I'm going to sharpen at my usual angle, whatever feels comfortable to me. I don't know if that's going to actually reprofile this or not. It may be a more acute angle than what's existing, so we'll see how this goes. Got a burr developed. I'm going to switch sides. And I got a burr developed on that side already. So looking at the microscope shots, it looks like right in here I missed some of the factory scratches, so I'm going to have to pay a little closer attention on this 1K stone to make sure I hit that. Otherwise, it looked pretty good. Now this is the combo stone 1K 4K from Bernal Cutlery. I have flattened and conditioned it. It's got a pretty coarse texture on it currently. And first things first, I'm going to concentrate on that spot I missed. I can tell right away, compared to the last time I sharpened on this, it is much more aggressive. I've just about got all that worked out. Spin my stone around and sharpen the other side here. As far as pressure goes, I'm just using the weight of my hands, not applying anything additional. Looking at my scratch pattern, I can still see right up here in the tip some of that area that I haven't quite got to. What I'm looking at is a little bit of light reflecting back to me. It tells me I haven't quite reached the apex. But like I said, this is so thin, it doesn't take much, and I'm pretty much there now. Definitely feel a burr. Looking at those microscopic shots, I definitely cleaned up that little spot that was missing from the 240. Now I've flipped the stone over. This is the 4K side. I conditioned it too, so it's a little more aggressive than where it was the last time I used it. And already I'm getting a really nice polish off of it. It's also got a lot more feedback than the last time I used it, I think. I can definitely hear it when I go off angle. Now this stone does feel a little soft on this side, so I want to be very careful not to mess my angle up and plow into it. think I'm just about done here. The buildup, for the most part, seems to wipe right off, which is a nice feature. You don't have to worry about the stone getting clogged. And if it starts to, it's an easy fix. To strop tonight, I'm going to use Northwest Knife Guy's leather that he sent to me. And I've reapplied a little bit of white compound onto this, really rubbed it in, wiped it off, applied another coat, really rubbed it in. So I think this is going to work much better than it did for me last time. So it's not flaking off like it did last time I used it. I really like this leather. It's got a tacky feel to it. You can really feel it grab onto the steel. I just wish it took my white compound a little better. That should be plenty. Well, it looks like I screwed up again. I didn't record my cut testing, but the average came out to 86. Trust me, I did the cut test. The edge itself feels like it's still got quite a bit of bite. That 4K didn't quite polish it all out. I don't know if you can hear that. Still got some teeth left in it, which is nice. It also didn't give it a real bright polish. I mean, it's well enough that I won't have any complaints, but it's nowhere near a mirror polish. I'm going to get some more microscopic shots of this, and I'll bring you guys down close and we'll take another look. That tip is crazy pointy. I'm super happy with this one. This handle color is fast becoming my favorite, although I've still got a lot invested in the turquoise models. I really like this Merlot color. My camera's doing it no justice whatsoever. It is very deep red, almost purple. It's just a fantastic color, and my LUDT has zero blade play. I mean, it's rock solid. It's like my old LMAX versions. I know some of the newer m390 and 20CV models have just the tiniest amount of side to side, but not this one. This one is solid as a rock. So what are my thoughts now that I've tried this stone with it conditioned? It really reminds me of the Nubatama 1K, really and truly. I can't say for certain they're the same stone, but they sure do behave similarly, and they look very similar. The 4K is a little softer than I would like, but it seems to cut M390 with no problems. So I can't complain too much there. I'm much happier with it now that I've conditioned it. That 1K, it cut through M390 with no problems. It was able to fix my mistake from the 240 where I didn't reach the apex on one side. It was able to grind through that material and get down to where I needed it to with very minimal effort. I mean, you guys saw how long I was on the stones. This was a very quick sharpening. Some of that can be attributed to the fact that Microtech ground this knife pretty thin, so there's not a lot of material to get through. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down below. Y'all have a good one.